Mayfield with a 2nd down and 6, and he's got Beckham again, grabbed by Harris. 4-time Pro Bowler out to midfield, got to the 50, picks up 7. That's another 1st down, and the 2nd catch on this drive by Beckham.
This is a good matchup to watch. Chris Harris Jr. against Odell Beckham.
Harris is on the trading block. It was reported trade rumors were there, but they keep him here in Denver, and he was happy to see it. He and his wife are expecting their 4th baby girl.
Up. So I always said, Ken, I like to be able to keep the money that I earn. I don't want to give it back to the league.
Mayfield's got 3 timeouts and a 1st and 10. He gets a block from Hilliard. He goes outside to Beckham, pushed out of bounds by Harris. He gets yards out to the 33 and a gain of 8 on 1st down, and the clock is stopped.
Yeah, good looking cushion there from Chris Harris Jr. as he covers Odell Beckham Jr. Just want to keep things in front of him inside 2 minutes.
Beckham dealing with a groin injury. 6. Outside he goes.
Whoa.
Picked up by Beckham. He's in open field. What a move! He moved on Simmons, and then he's finally grabbed at the 35 by Alexander Johnson. What a move! Broke ankles. 27-yard catch and run to the 33.
Watch this catch, and now watch the run afterwards and the spin. And
Wow.
This is what you've got to do. If you're Baker Mayfield, just give 13 a chance. You know, Chris Harris is a great corner, but one-on-one, you've got to be able to give this guy a chance to make plays on the football. We talk about developing trust. You've got to trust that 13 is going to come down with it.
That was a vintage Beckham move. 1st and 10.
We're talking about Odell Beckham Jr. He puts on a show in pregame warm-ups. Even the Denver crowd was oohing and ahhing. I mean, he just makes it look so easy. And this is where, you know, I mentioned, you know, him in the red zone. He had just 4 red zone targets, just 1 catch and no touchdowns. This is
Mayfield and incomplete. Harris, there goes a flag. They were going for Beckham.
They're gonna get Chris Harris for pass interference. Baker Mayfield was throwing that back shoulder throw. That's maybe the hardest route to defend if you're a corner, because you never see the ball leave the quarterback's hand.
Defense number 31. Spot foul. Automatic 1st down.
And Chris Harris not playing the ball. He just doesn't give the receiver a chance to make a play on the football. Odell Beckham Jr., who's never played here in Denver. We talked to him yesterday. He said, you know, it's difficult to get acclimated to the altitude in just a couple of days. And he's not a guy that normally takes the oxygen on the sidelines, but he's looking for it. You know, after a big play like that, it's so difficult to recover. He's going to go over there and get a couple hits of it. He's right back in the game.
Beckham on the move. There he is, 2nd down, 9, Mayfield. Down the middle, what a catch. Oh, it's Beckham, reels it in. Foot race with Simmons and Harris. He's into Bronco territory. Another big play for Odell Beckham Jr. 38-yard pickup, put him at the 34.
Well, really good protection. You look at Baker Mayfield, and then watch this catch. I don't know that any receiver in football has got better hands than Odell Beckham Jr. And he actually double clutches this thing. You think he's got it. I think it gets rubbed. I think Chris Harris rubs the ball a little bit inadvertently with his forearm, and it causes that ball to go up in the air, but he's able to gather it and bring it back in. He's getting some oxygen over there on the sidelines.
So they come downs. It goes to Denver. Beckham did have some room on that play and may have been free.
Well, this is where you got to throw the ball. Give him a chance. He's got Chris Harris beat for a touchdown.
Feely on the sideline.
I'm standing here when Odell walked by after that 4th down play. He said, I can't get the ball to save my life. You know, and he talked about it in our meetings, the fact that he and Baker weren't at the point yet where Baker would trust him to throw him the ball even when he's covered. And that's something that Freddie Kitchens talked about, the juxtaposition between trying to develop a quarterback and just going to your playmaker. But Rich, you talked about it all game. In those critical moments, you got to trust one of the best playmakers in the entire NFL and find him and give him the ball and give him a chance.
Hey, Jay, in a critical situation, I don't care what the play was called.
That's right.
I'd throw it to Jerry Rice or Tim Brown anytime. And that's how you have to think if you're Baker Mayfield.
Timeout, Denver.
You've got one of the best receivers in football. You've got him in man-to-man coverage on a corner like Chris Harris. He's got him beat up the line of scrimmage. I think you got to throw him the football. Give him a chance to make a play.
Denver.
And I don't think Baker Mayfield was even thinking about Odell Beckham Jr. in that situation. Now, in fairness to Mayfield, Kevin, we don't know what the play was called. You know, you got to work your reads, your progressions. It may not have been. That may have been an alert or, you know, not a primary read there, but man, you know, we always say in critical situations, you've got to think about players and not plays. And that guy right there has made plays in critical situations.
Well, Jay was just talking about earlier this week, Mayfield said, along
Get off the field.
second down 9, fake to Hamilton.
The Wildcat.
It is a direct snap to Lindsey, who takes it for a first down. Regular season play.
He's going to keep that ball. Good for him.
He sure is. Brandon Allen stops a 2-game Bronco losing streak with his first NFL snaps, a couple of touchdown passes, and a win over the Cleveland Browns.